Shalom, shalom, shalom. We're the Watchmen for Israel, New York City. We come out here week in and week out to wake up Jake, give him back his power, turn it back into Israel. Wake up Eve, give him back a modesty, and turn it back into a daughter of Sarah. Come on, let's bring this out, King.
Colossians chapter 3 and verse 17. Yeah. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Yahushua, giving thanks to Yahweh and the Father by him.
So whatsoever we do in word or in deed, our actions, our speech, we got to represent Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. We do it all in the name of Yahweh, through his son, who the world ignorant calls Jesus Christ, which is Yahushua, right? Hey brother, how you doing? Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What would be your nationality?
I'm a Hebrew, sir.
Huh?
I'm a Hebrew, sir.
You're a Hebrew?
Children of Israel, sir.
All praise. So let me ask you a question. What we got to do as children of Israel?
What do we have to do? We have to obey the laws, the statutes, and commandments, sir.
All right. Do you know some of the laws, statutes, and commandments?
Out of 613, no, sir. I know maybe about 20, sir.
Give me as many as you can give me.
I can't do that right now. I'm a little intoxicated. I'm not gonna lie to you, sir, but about 20 I'll be and observe. I try not to cut my beard. I try not to eat swan. I don't eat that shrimp. I don't eat none of that stuff. I don't mess with I make money in a world, but I don't mess with those type of people. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay real to what I'm about. On camera, so I want them fuckers to see that.
You gotta be wise as a serpent.
Yes, sir.
They still gotta use their resources or whatever. But you know, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, we can't kick it with them.
Yes, sir.
All right. So look, let me give you a few more.
Yes,
right?
sir. I'm here.
Give me numbers 1538.
I'm sorry if I'm smoking my weed. I'm sorry. I'm not like on y'all.
So another one too, though. You know.
Yeah, I'm just a little renegade. You know.
Bring this up.
The book of Numbers 15 and 38.
You probably heard this one before.
Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
You know what fringes are?
Yes, sir. That's that right there. I gotta get some of those. That's those 613 commandments. That's what we're supposed to be obeying. The children of Israel. I know.
All right. So look, give me 1 Corinthians 3 and 16.
1 Corinthians chapter 3.
Listen to this commandment.
And verse 18. Verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temples of the Most High?
So you are the temple of God, right? I always ask this question when this verse come out. Would you go to a church, any church, Catholic church, Jehovah's Witness, all these different buildings, right? Would you go there and spray paint the church?
No, sir.
Go inside, shit in the pews?
No, sir.
That's what you're doing when you're smoking.
I know, sir. That's something. It's one of those. This is oppression by this Esau that got me a certain way, and like I drink and I smoke a little bit just to keep me like level-headed during this persecution.
Well, we can drink. Drinking is permitted.
Yeah, but this weed.
But smoking is prohibited.
But it's kind of a hashim. You know what I'm saying? It's a little intricate when you get to the Torah about Kena Habashim. Kena Habashim could be translated as one of the 5 ingredients, a part of the Holy Spirit. It could be. Again, I don't know. Y'all brothers might know more, you know. But I smoke weed. I'm not perfect. It keeps me from fucking choking them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping real. Keeps my sanity, man.
So look, let me show you what God made that for. Bring this up.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 30. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air. Yes. And to
start at 29.
I'll start at 29. Genesis 1 and 29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed.
Don't that herb bear seed? Some of them do.
Some of them do.
The ones that's hybrid, exactly. That mean they put chemicals and all that stuff in. That's even worse. Go ahead.
Right, which is upon, so behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat.
For what?
For meat.
So it should be for meat. If you use that plant for anything, to season your food, make you some tea, not to get inebriated.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
I'm still wrong for that, but it's this repression.
Be wise.
You still got to a certain way that sometimes you just gotta. They got your life a certain way, you know? You still got your life a certain way, man. They got you working 7 days a week. They got you no time around your kids. They got you struggling out here being gang stalked, followed around. They got your information being triangulated amongst people. They got a lot of stuff. Sometimes, you know, I'm not right, but I'm just trying to get close to the Most High as much as I can. But I'm a renegade. Let that be known. I'm a renegade. I don't follow order. I'm not a soldier. I'm a warrior. I don't follow suit. I follow the opposite of suit. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
So as an Israelite, that's what got us in this lower state. You understand? I'm gonna show you something. Give me Deuteronomy. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Yeah, you can give me this. Check this out. Listen to this.
The book of 1 Peter 5 and 8.
Cause this is the same people. When he said this verse right here, the devil in this context, yes, is a spiritual devil, but he also the devils that surround you every day. You understand? Go ahead.
It says 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
And that's what they do. If they have you working 7 days a week, that's your adversary, seeking to devour you. And they're devouring you every time you're so stressed out, you gotta go and reach for something that your God say is against his law. Because the children of Israel are supposed to obey their God. Not the society, not how the ways of the world is. The Lord says if a friend of the world is an enemy to him. That's right. That we smoking, that's why everybody do it. You're being a friend of the world. Right. You're literally going with the waves of everybody that's going. We're supposed to go against the waves. That's right. You understand? To walk for our God. Right? You got to present. Go ahead, bring it up.
Towards him, say he's not a renegade.
Sir, these children of Esau, sir, they get to the point where they break in your home. They mess up your jobs. They have your daughters born with problems, sir. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta spend that money, like I'm speaking to y'all real. Yeah. I'm not speaking a part of agenda, or whatever. I'm speaking real because I really go through this. It's a part of the 13th Amendment. People break, and I know.
I'm gonna read this again.
You're 100% right.
Because
keep sober-minded, but these demons.
No, not the sober-minded part right now. Not the sober-minded part. Listen to the latter part of it.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Give me that. You seek to the vow.
Right. This is 1 Peter 5 and 8. Right? Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
He's trying to devour you.
Yes, sir.
Everything, every single obstacle that they got you going through is something to devour the children of Israel. You understand? Stress, it takes away your life. Right? Stress, you don't supposed to have a. It says your rib, your woman, she's supposed to be a pillar of rest, right?
Yes, sir.
So all the stress it does, it literally attacks your body. You know, and on the physical level, the so-called scientists, they would tell you stress kills.
Yes, sir. And you know what's the problem, sir? They attack your woman. That's the problem with this system. They have it systematically designed to where they attack your woman to where you can't find peace. Because your woman's trying to find peace in a system that ain't peaceful. So you can't be peaceful. So you stressed out. No matter what you go back to the equation, you go back to the Most High, but it's hard. It's real hard.
All right, hold on. Let the brother this prayer.
Yes, sir.
But for 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations.
Read it again, King.
The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations.
So if you're living the according way of God, it even says if a man pleases the Lord, he even make his enemies at peace with him. You understand? Read.
And to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government.
And despise what?
And despise government.
What is a renegade?
And despise government.
If you despise the Lord's government, his law, statutes, and commandments, read.
Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Whereas angels, well, that's it right there.
But sir, see, I gotta interject in one situation. I gotta correct what I stated by renegade. I'm not a renegade upon Yahweh. I'm not a renegade to El Shaddai word. But let me clarify this. Let me clarify this. I'm a renegade upon this system and what it's based upon. You know, the 13th Amendment. I was a 14-year-old kid out here. I caught an armed robbery out here at 14. I finished that case when I was 19. And they have people triangulating my information right now at 37, messing up my job. They broke in my home and they had me and my family inside of a shelter for the last 8 years.
Yeah.
And they destroyed my family. And they give my information to everybody out here. I'm not telling you no lie. In the next 5 minutes, you'll probably see somebody and I'll call them over and be like, and I'll clarify it. This is what I go through, so I'm with y'all brothers. Everything you saying, I'm 100% with. Everything you saying is right. And that's something that's a flaw to me. It's the problem, like, yes, I smoke weed, it's a problem to me, but you know what they think? I ain't got my mother. I ain't got my father, you know what I'm saying? My daughter got a kidney issue, and I know I should have faith in Yahweh. I know I should have faith in El Shaddai, but yo, this Esau and all these 2/3, these people out here that be doing this type of stuff, they have you a certain way to where as sometimes I'm not as militant as you brothers are, but I respect everything y'all about, and that's why I'm here. I'm not here as adversary. I'm here to show y'all that real talk, you ain't gotta be an adversary to get the numbers, because the people is more based on symbiotic, right? I deal with what you deal with. So you ain't gotta tell me about the pigs. I know what I'm going through. All you gotta do is let me know I resonate with you. You know what I'm saying? But the laws and the statutes, everything y'all doing out here, and y'all here in the Shabbat, y'all 100% right. And may the Most High bless your families, bless you all, bless you for what you're doing.
Hey, but see what you're trying to say to us, that's what we're trying to say to you.
I know that,
we want the Most High to bless you.
Yes,
you understand?
And that's
check this out.
Yes, sir.
This is what you need.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9.
Hold up, the brother said this. Say it again.
Nah, I said you should be here with us.
See that? Now listen to the verse I'm bringing out. That's the spirit. Check
Just
this out.
the FBI, sir. You see, because amongst your people right now, and this is the Most High, amongst your people right now, it's about 2 FBI agents, and that's the problem. You see, I get it, it's cool. It's 5 of y'all that's good, but the 2 FBI agents is working with your family. It's working with your cousins, it's working with your mother, it's working with your father, it's working with the people in the community. And that's the problem, sir. And I don't have no problem with y'all doing, I have the problem with the infiltration. I'm gonna keep it real straight, cause I'm with y'all. But that's
see, let me say something right here. The Lord said prove all things, right?
Yes, sir.
The Lord said prove all things, and they also say prove a friend. We go through a proving process before we over here. You understand? It's weeks upon weeks upon weeks of us studying how brothers move, how they act, right? What they're doing in their life, and we confess our faults one to another. You understand? There's no secrets up here. You understand? Lord willing, and if it is, the Most High is going to reveal it. Right. This is the difference between any organization that ever went on and this. This is not an organization. This is not a religion. This is a culture, a heritage that the Most High gave His children and expected them to follow. You understand? Now, our Father loved us so much to give us a law that was approving of all. That's why everybody wanted the law, statutes, and commandments. Now, what I was bringing out is this. Because the brother said you should be over here with us. You're saying that
I'm here with y'all, brother.
Now check this out. Check
this out. I'm right here with y'all. I'm just a renegade. You know. Check this out. I'm here with y'all. I'm here with y'all. Trust me.
So look, check this out real quick.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
2 are better than 1.
What did the Lord say?
2 are better than 1.
In this instance, 7 are better than 1.
I gotta make sure that those 7 is solid.
We have made sure the 7 is solid.
You gotta be solid because you know what, sir? And I don't mean, but people,
hold on.
this government,
the verse gonna say that.
Solid.
Because they have a good reward for their labor.
Jump down a verse.
There's 2 people unsolid.
Verse 11 or verse 10. For
3/4 chord. I think it's 10.
They be unsolid.
That's what I'm gonna get.
That's the problem. You got 2 already. It be the unsolidness.
verse 12. And if one prevail against him,
If one prevail against one of us, go ahead.
2 shall withstand him.
And we're gonna withstand them. Two will withstand them. Go ahead.
And a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
What did the Lord say?
And a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
And us being woven together is not easily broken.
Can you bring that back, sir? That was powerful. Can you bring that back one more
Read it
time,
again.
sir?
Verse 12. And if one prevail against him,
If one fight against me and he prevails, right? Go ahead.
2 shall withstand him.
One of my brothers step up with me, we're gonna prevail against them, right? Go ahead.
And a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
And us being woven together is not easily broken at all, right? And this is what the Lord said. This is hand in hand with this. Check this out.
This is the book of Sirach 37 and 12.
Bring it out.
But be continually with a godly man.
What the Lord say?
But be continually with a godly man.
So when you're stressed out and you're talking about you want to go smoke a blunt, you call your brother up, he'll be like, bro, what you going through? A conversation is better than a blunt.
Yes, sir.
I guarantee you that. Because the conversation will lift the spirits up off of you.
Yes, sir. You're 100% right, sir.
And that's why you go perish and burn in this place when the Lord drop nukes down.
That's
When
right.
the Lord bring nukes down here, you're going to have a blunt in your mouth, and that blunt going to be burned just as fast as the tongue in your mouth.
That's right. Like I said, y'all 100% right. I have no problem with you, and I respect that. To tell a person and tell a man to stop inhaling and bringing something in their body and deal with their problems, that's respectable, and I respect you as a man. I have no problem with y'all. As an organization, I respect y'all. My only problem is this, right? My only problem is this, right? The infiltration. The fact that there's people destroying our nation within a nation. It's how do we confront that? And what you just brought to me as a parable, I never heard that. And that it makes me look at something different, and I respect that. I respect that.
Precept. Brother got precept.
Sirach chapter 3 and verse, I'll start at 23. Be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are showed unto thee than men understand. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
That part again?
For many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
I can understand why the brother brought this out. That's a vain opinion, right? To say that we're infiltrated. You got to prove all things, right?
Yes, sir.
Read.
Vain opinion and an evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment.
And it's an evil suspicion
Yes,
has
sir. No,
overthrown
sir.
your judgment.
The thing is that this, right, sir? In 2002, there was something created called the NYPD Suspicionless Spying, right? NYPD Suspicionless Spying gave the government the power to infiltrate Hebrew Israelites, Nation of Islam, Moors, all of that. Whatever we want to say, we deal with different persuasions, but the reality is we all Hebrews, right? So that this was created in New York City. So this is not something that is a persuasion. Everybody know me, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not everybody, I'm not different type. Only they know me. I had something that was orchestrated, and most people don't know that's black and Latino is orchestrated on your life, that's based upon the 13th Amendment, which is based upon slaveocracy. That's why Memphis, Tennessee is south of Cairo, Illinois, and the banks of Memphis, Tennessee is the Great American Pyramid, right? That's what the Bible says in Deuteronomy 28:68, and again I shall bring you into Egypt by way of ships, right? Because Memphis, Tennessee is south of Cairo, Illinois, right? And on the banks of Memphis, Tennessee, you have the Great American Pyramid that was opened on 11/9/1991. So I just say that to say that it's certain things, and I understand I'm all y'all brothers, but that's what I'm saying, because it's not about if y'all brothers' faith is there. Y'all there. Y'all there. Y'all solid. But the problem is that, are you going to be solid when they go around and they get your moms to do this? Are you going to be solid when they get your moms to set you up and your daughters and you and your families in a shelter? You ain't got.
Well, let me ask my brother.
Are you going to be that solid, brother?
When the FBI come in and kick in your door,
Yes, sir.
you gonna fold, Elder?
No.
You gonna fold?
It's not about them kicking in your door. That's the weakest part. That's nothing.
No.
Hold
on.
You went through that selling weed, right? Selling drugs.
If it's your mama or the Most High, who you choose?
The Most High.
You choose the Most High, but here's the thing, right?
If it's your brother or the Most High, who you choosing?
The Most High.
The Most High. And you 100% right, but here's the thing, right?
If it's my family,
Yes, sir.
I have 4 kids and a wife, I'm choosing the Most High. And I tell them this every day. If I'm in front of them with a knife to my throat and they tell them to denounce the Lord, name of the Lord, tell them I'll meet you on the other side, Pops.
Yes, sir. And I'm with you 100%, brother, but it's the thing, right? Because in the process of you changing yourself, you're trying to save them, right? And that's what messes with you, because that's your mother. You're trying to save her. She's being, but just give me 1 second, sir.
Go ahead.
The government is using your mother and your father, your mother who you love. She gave birth to you. It's not a thing of adversary. It's a thing that you want her to conform to the ways and the statutes and laws and the commandments of God. But she's being used against you. Now, I get it. At the end of the day, you're going to be solid, right? But at the end of the day, after you solid, how solid are you in your mother? Like, I love God. I love you, El Shaddai, right? But when your mother turn against you, and your mother and your father turn against you, and your daughter is born with a kidney issue, and they break in your home, and they put you in a shelter for 8 years, they triangulate your information, right? Right? when they triangulate your information and they go around the world systematically setting you up. I'm still standing for God, but all I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, that is where that real, it's that where that's, you know what I'm saying?
Real quick.
Yes, sir.
I got a precept, but before I say the precept, it's something I just seen just now.
Yes, sir.
You really might be gang stalk, because
that's what gang stalking is.
They never stop.
I do this all day.
They never stop. They barely stop. Him and another white man stop looking for no reason. They never really stop. So you really might be. But let me bring this out though.
19 years, sir.
This is Matthew chapter 10 and verse. I'll start at verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Right? I'm gonna jump down to verse 20.
Yes, sir.
For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of the Father which speak in you. Right? Verse 21. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. We'll jump back up to verse 18. It says, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought or how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
So whenever it does come to that point,
yes, sir,
you stand 10 toes. That's basically what that was Mark.
30. Me, my wife, my baby.
It's basically saying just stand straight for the Lord, right? Because these things are going to happen.
Yes, sir.
Right? And then some of the people in your household will turn on you.
All of them.
You understand?
All of them. I have one stand.
So look, this is what the Lord said. Because this is going to go into you, what you're saying about you love your mother. Yeah, we do. I cried when my mother died. I cried when my pops died. You understand? But listen to this.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 12 and verse, I'll start at verse 46.
What color is the letter?
Red.
So who's talking?
Jesus.
How was Shot talking?
Yeshua, yes, sir.
How was Shot?
Yes, sir.
And he says,
yes, sir.
Verse 46, while he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee.
Go ahead.
But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother, and who are my brethren?
He said, who is them? Go ahead.
And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren.
And that's me right now. Behold, my family. Right? Read.
For whosoever shall do the will of my Father,
do what?
Do the will of my Father,
go ahead,
which is in heaven, the same as my brother and sister and mother.
God. You got the one where it says,
that's right.
If you love your motherfucker. That's what I want.
There's a reference where he's talking about the FBI. There's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, and verse 10. Red letters. Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil should cast some of you into prison.
It said the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Who throws us in prisons? You're looking at one of them. That is the devil that walketh around seeking him he can devour. Right. That's why you work 7 days. You understand? Check this out.
That ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation.
Wait, that you may be what?
That ye may be tried.
Why are you going to prison?
That ye may be tried.
Because we got to be proven in that day.
That's right.
For the Most High.
That's right.
Is this man going to be faithful even unto the gallows?
That's right.
Even unto the...
went through their tribulation.
But in this day, it's going to be greater.
I got more.
Read.
And ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
And you going to have tribulation 10 days. Go ahead.
Be thou faithful unto death.
Be what?
Be thou faithful unto death.
Read it again.
Be thou faithful unto death.
You got to be faithful unto death.
And I will give thee a crown of life.
And that's why we be faithful unto death.
That's right.
You understand? If they kick the door in, they hold all us up, and with that, the devil has to exit the building.
Yes, sir.
Read this shit.
Matthew chapter 10 and verse 36.
Bring it out.
A man's foes shall be they of his own household. he that loveth father or mother more than me.
What the Lord say?
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Is what?
Is not worthy of me.
And if the Lord feel like you're not worthy of him,
go bye-bye.
That's exactly.
Go bye-bye.
Exactly. That's why the brother brought out earlier, through thy precepts we get understanding.
That's right. Go bye-bye.
You understand? It's more than that, King? Come.
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
I love my baby. But only one thing I love more
love
than
your
my
son?
baby. That's God.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? And my brother love his son.
I love my baby more than myself. I don't care about.
But if it came down, the son or the Most High?
I care about I love my
the Most
baby.
High. It is what it is. Why? The Most High is gonna multiply that seed over and over and over and over, millions of times in the kingdom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I got it. Yes,
And
sir.
he that taketh not, listen to this, and he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me.
You gotta take up that cross, King.
That's right.
You gotta take up that cross. You gotta deal with every trial, every tribulation that comes. You see that?
Yes,
Damn, I ain't even noticed the sign, the cannabis sign. That has facts on it.
It deals with witchcraft. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I did go over that, sir. It's just this Esau, like sometimes put you on under, things that sometimes, sir, you gotta, I'm not perfect, but I'm honest. That's the thing about me. As a Hebrew man, I'm not perfect, but I'm honest. I'll be real with you.
But you're
Look,
required to be. You know that, right?
All that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're 100% right. But Esau, the way I'm telling you, if I don't smoke blunts, it's not good. It's sometimes, it's not.
You know, I used to have that mind state. I literally used to have that mind state.
I do. I work out all types of stuff, but they don't do it. I don't sleep. I sleep 3 hours a night. I'm serious with it. I'm really serious. If you go around there, in that area around there, everybody will tell you about what I'm about. And I've been about this solid. What y'all about, I'm about. I've been about this solid. I've been gang stalked since I was 12 years old. I'm 37 years old. I'm about it. I'm really about it, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my God.
Just because you said that, I got to bring this up.
The book of Matthew 5:48.
Bring it up.
Be ye therefore perfect.
What Yahweh said?
Be ye therefore perfect.
You got to be perfect. Go ahead.
Even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
Even as who?
Even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
I ain't y'all brothers. I gotta get there. I'm honest. Like I said, I'm honest.
You think we're perfect up here? We
but I ain't there. I ain't there. I ain't even trying to be there. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I ain't trying to be there. I'm just trying to get where I gotta get, like a baby steps. Like I ain't trying to get where I'm not at. Because I'm not trying to, brother, because the stress that they put you through, the way that Esau do when he ride on your back, you in these establishments and you working 3 times as hard, but you don't get no type of favorism. You working 3 times as hard, you don't get a vacation, you don't get nothing, and you killing yourself. On top of that, you going through gang stalking and all types of stuff. You've been working all year. Y'all know how this system goes, y'all brothers.
How long you been knowing you're a Hebrew?
All my life, sir.
Israelite.
7 years old, sir. When I was 7 years old, I started. My mother went to prison. I started an organization called AACL, African American Community Living. When I was in PS 272, over in Brooklyn, over in Canarsie. Right. So they started a tab on me since I was 7 years old, sir.
So,
and that's the truth.
Nah, I'm asking that because you know that's a curse.
Because everybody know that.
That's a curse on our people. They say, "Curse shall thou be thy basket, and curse shall be thy storehouse," which means you'll work a lot, but you'll never have enough.
Yes, sir.
You know that?
Yes, sir.
That's in the Bible, though. You understand?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die. For I have not found thy works perfect before God.
Go ahead.
Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee.
So you don't want that day to come. When the Lord come and you said you've been knowing this since 7?
Yes, sir.
Bruh, he said be watchful, right? For you don't know the day that he's coming. He's been merciful and graceful for you.
God is the greatest. A lot of times when I was like El Shaddai, a lot of times in those life when you ask where was God at when you was going through your trials and your tribulations, you just gotta look at the footprints, you know what I'm saying? God was there holding you up through all those problems, you know what I'm saying? I had to learn that getting older, but and understanding the laws and the statutes and commandments. There's a difference as a 7-year-old child and when you get 30, right? Because you go through phases of life where you incorporate the words of God and the statutes and commandments of God differently. As a child, it may come to you as a fairy tale, but as you get to your 20s, it starts coming to you more practical. When you get to your 30s, it starts to become to you more business-wise. You start to under things. And I'm not 40 yet, but when it gets to your 40s, I'm sure it evolves into a different state of understanding. And that's what it was with me. But the Most High is to be praised.
The brother just brought a verse and said he'll come at you as a thief in the night. You know what that means?
Yes.
That means people could just walk up and down, and it just happened like that. That's what a thief do. A thief never wants you. A thief just pop up on you, let me get what you got.
That deals with the 400 years, sir. That was Yahshua, right? Genesis 15:13.
The brother got a precept for you.
Yes, sir.
This is Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 12. Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit? There is more hope of a fool than him. The slothful man sayeth,
What'd he say?
there is a lion in the way.
So this is a man that don't want to get about the business or be about that business.
Yes, sir.
Right? And this is business-wise what I'm saying, like as far as your salvation.
Yes, sir.
So this is a man that's not being about his business. So what is this man gonna do? He's gonna make up excuses. Check this out.
There is, verse 13. The slothful man sayeth, there is a lion in the way.
It's a lion out there.
A lion is in the streets. As the door turneth upon his hinges, so doth the slothful upon his bed. The slothful hideth his hand in his bosom. It grieveth him to bring it again to his mouth.
That means he don't want to work for nothing. In order to get salvation, salvation is not free. It's a free gift once you start keeping the commandments and the statutes and the judgments of the Lord. Do you understand? Long as you're walking in His way, wow, because we all already deserving of death. Because that first sin we did, we're deserving of death. I have slept with brothers' wives when I was in the world. I'm deserving of death. You understand? All these laws that we broke, that's our deserving of death. That's the gift. When He say this is the gift from God, that is Him pardoning you for all that sin that you was worthy of death of. So salvation is literally you having to walk after His laws, statutes, and commandments, and then because of the blood of His Son, now this is your gift, eternal life. Brother, we want to see you in the kingdom. We don't want to see you get destroyed. No, listen. This is what I'm saying. Because we're going to be hovering in chariots. Whoever literally the Lord sees worthy, we're going to be hovering in chariots. And we're going to be able to look down and see the faces of all those who did not keep His law, statutes, and commandments.
Yes, sir.
What's your name, brother?
Gazi.
My name Abad.
Gazi.
You got to give me a real name.
Gazi.
Gazi?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to look down and see Gazi in the flames, bro. Looking at, oh God, help me. Because the Lord would do that. The Lord is that powerful where He'll literally see us, have us zoom in on one person that we see.
Yes, sir.
Just to build our faith up.
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Brother, we don't want that death for you, bro.
No,
for you, look. And then this is the sad part. The people of our people that's gonna burn in this fire, you're gonna be burning right next to your oppressors.
I'm okay, sir. I'm really different. Yes, sir.
You got a precept? The brother got a precept for you.
You called it before. Second Ezra 9.
Second is 9 what?
You want it? I'll start at 7. And it says, and every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith.
By the works that we do, which is the law, statutes, and commandments, the faith in Yahushua that He died for us. Go ahead.
Whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land, and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from me from the beginning.
Go ahead.
Then shall they be in a pitiful case.
And say, then these people gonna be a pitiful case. Go ahead.
Which now have abused my ways.
Which have what?
Which now have abused my ways.
Because you're getting the knowledge of God. He say, these people gonna be a pitiful case that have abused His ways. Go ahead.
And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Shall do what?
Shall dwell in torments.
Read on.
For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law.
They have loathed my law, which means they hate my law. They despise my law. Go ahead.
While they yet had liberty.
While we had liberty. That liberty is that grace period. Right now that we're living in. But grace is about to finish. When Yahweh shot and the Most High cracked that sky, grace is done. You understand?
Genesis 15:13, right? It relates to Tav, right? So Genesis 15:13 says, and again I shall bring, and I know of a surety that you shall be brought into a strange land with a strange people. You shall serve them, and they shall afflict you for 400 years, right? So I know that 400 years took, the 400 years of slavery took in like 1555, maybe prior to that, but the first time that it was actually established was 1619, which led to ratification 2019, which led to ratification of HR 1242 by Congress. The 400-year African American, 400-year African American Act. But when you look at the letter Tav, which is the last letter of the Paleo-Hebrew alphabet, is a letter of a cross, which lets you know that we're dealing with the 400 years. And if you notice, right, after the 400 years, we had COVID-19,
right,
and then we had Corona, we had...
Because I said grace period, you said grace is over already, right?
No, sir, I wouldn't say that the grace is over.
So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the grace period.
I wouldn't say the grace is over, sir, but I would say that it was a little more intricate, because when you get into the 400 years, the 400 years ended on August 20th, 2019, which means that I can't really break, but basically the 400 years is up. So we're in a judgment period. And when people think about judgment, they don't know what it's synonymous to, right? Judgment is synonymous to plagues. So after the 400 years, we got COVID, then we got Corona, then we got Delta, then we got IHU, then we got monkeypox, so on and so forth.
So you said we're in the judgment period?
Yes, sir.
We're in the judgment period.
Yes, sir.
The judgment. Yes, sir. Do you know what that's gonna look like? That's funny, because that was my lesson. Give me 2 Corinthians 5 and 10 real quick.
What I mean to relate to judgment is like when you remember Moshe, right? El Shaddai. When you remember Moses, right? When he came during the time of the Exodus, the exit from the children of Israel, during that time period, that was the judgment. But with the judgment was synonymous to the plagues, meaning that they were being judged by plagues. That's what I mean by plagues. The plagues and the judgment are hand in hand. This 400 years is up. I already know this for a fact. I'm telling you, everybody can tell you. They'll tell you. They'll be over in a minute. They'll tell you. For a fact.
So by my understanding of the Bible,
yes, sir.
When we're done with our captivity this time, it's going to be because of World War III, then Jacob's trouble, and then the judgment shall happen.
Yes, sir, but see, that's the thing, sir. 400 years in the captivity. You got to remember when Moshe came to the children of Israel, even though he came to us and the plagues was there, we were still working, because we was told that we got to still keep building up pyramids or mounds, right? Out here in North America, right? So even during that time of Moses,
out here in North America?
Whatever, Africa, Northeast, whatever we want to say it, right? So we were building up. So that means that even during the time of the judgments of Egypt and the judgments of the slaveocracy, we were still working for those people. That's to let you know that the 400 years is up, but we still working for them. I still work for them.
No, but we wasn't out. Was we out of captivity at that captivity at that time?
At the 400 years.
No. When Moses was bringing the plagues.
No, sir. We got out of Moses came in the 400 years.
So the captivity was not over yet.
The captivity was done in 430 years. The 400 years brought the plagues, which is synonymous to the judgment. It was the same thing.
Right now, I'm gonna just push you over. Right now, we're in that great we're in the sorrow period. Where it's likened unto a woman having childbirth. We're in labor pains right now.
That started in 2017, sir. It's 2024. That was during the Great American Totalitarian Eclipse in 2017, and it's going to end next year. At 2024 of April 8th, after next year, we're going to go into a famine out here in the United States. You may not believe me. You might think I'm tripping. Mark what I say.
Nah. We know a famine going to come, but we're not going to put a date on it.
Yes, sir.
We don't want to be made liars in the eyes of the Most High.
It takes 5 months, about 5 months afterwards. It doesn't start. There's a certain way it works.
So this is the judgment I'm talking about. Check this out.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach.
So that's the judgment I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
We got to appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
That every one may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad.
Whether it be good or bad.
Yes, sir.
What are the good things we do? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. What are the bad things we do? Not keeping the commandments.
The literal judgment, sir, is like 400 years, sir. It ended. Actually, Congress passed a bill. It was called the HR 1242. What they did was add a little clauses into it, like go back to Ghana, but that was the part people got tripped on. The real part about it was HR 1242, which means that they said this is 400 years of X. Because when you say African American, that's saying African comes from Africanus Consularus, which is a Roman, right? And America becomes America Vespucci, so that was an X, right? 400 years of X, which is synonymous to Genesis 15, 13 through 14. And again I shall bring, and again know of a surety that you and you and your people shall be strangers in a strange land, and 400 years, right?
You know, it's different captivities talked about in the Bible,
Yes,
right?
sir. But
Because you have one where it says the
Yes,
children
sir.
of Judah and the children of Israel shall be oppressed together.
The thing about it is that this is the thing where they got it twisted. Deuteronomy 28:68 says, and again I shall bring you into Egypt by way of ships, where you shall be bondmen and bondwomen, right? But Deuteronomy 28:68 says, and again I shall bring you into Egypt by way of ships. And brothers ain't gonna agree with me, it is whatever, but you'll find out the truth, right? Memphis, Tennessee is south of Cairo, Illinois. And on the
So you're referring to America as, as Egypt?
Just give me 1 second, sir.
No, because I heard that one before.
Just give me 1 second,
I'm
sir.
asking you a question though.
Just give me 1 second, sir.
We can get to the point. So you're saying America is Egypt?
Yes, sir, it is. But give me 1 second.
America is a spiritual Egypt. That's what I can. Hold on.
Give me 1 second, sir. I have to explain.
No, I'm saying because I heard that before.
No, but it's not the thing, sir. I gotta explain it, sir. America.
Revelation
No, give me
11:8.
1 second, sir. America is to marry. Egypt and Africa is Kemet. Those are two different places, right? Because prior to Pangea, the earth was located in one area, right?
When Pangea happened?
But here's the thing, right?
See, this is what I'm saying. I heard it before.
Just give me 1 second.
So
sir.
I understand where you're coming
No,
from.
just like you never heard it, like I'm about to drop it. You
Yeah,
never heard it.
bro. I heard it from a person
You never
who's
heard
like
it,
a
sir.
scholar in it.
No.
Bruh.
I'm the
So
I'm the
listen,
truth.
hold on.
Just give me 1 second, sir.
Let me show you something.
Yes,
Let me show you something. Give me Revelation 11:8, right? And then I'm gonna go and show you where nobody ever dwelt over here before.
Yes, sir.
Give me that
If
in
you just give me
second.
Yes, sir.
Read it.
I'm gonna listen.
The book of Revelation 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually,
Which is what?
Which spiritually,
Not physically.
which spiritually
Go ahead.
is called Sodom and Egypt.
Why is it a place that's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt?
Because, sir, California is actually the real location of what we call Sodom and Gomorrah. And what you call around that area, we call... Just give me 1 second, sir.
No.
Just give me 1 second, sir.
Hold on.
Because you asked me a question.
I said, why is it spiritually?
Why is it
You're giving me a physical... Hold on, listen. You're giving me a physical spot over here.
I'm explaining to you spiritually.
Spiritually means what?
Deuteronomy 28:68. And again, I shall bring you into Egypt by way of ships, where you shall be sold as bondmen and bondwomen.
And I'm showing you what he means when he say Egypt again.
Please, give me a second, because I got to break it down, right?
No, listen, I heard the breakdown before,
No,
bro.
you never heard it like
I've heard.
No, not like me, Gazi, the Prince of Brooklyn, I'm telling you. Deuteronomy 28:68. And again, I shall bring you into Egypt by way of ships. Just give me 1 second, bro. Yes, sir.
Elder, what's your nationality, Elder?
Panama.
Panama?
No speak, no entendemos.
You see? So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, sir.
Ah,
Deuteronomy 28:68, sir. And again, I shall bring you into Egypt by way of ships, where you shall be sold as bondmen and bondwomen. And no man shall redeem you. But the real word is korneh, right? In Hebrew, so that don't really mean like redeem. It don't really mean like save you. It mean redeem you, right? Memphis, Tennessee is south of Cairo, Illinois. And on the banks of Memphis, Tennessee is the Great American Pyramid. The Great American Pyramid was opened up on 11/9/11.
Yeah, you said it.
991. It was opened up by the KGC.
Okay.
The Knights of the Golden Temple, which is the same people that put the Statue of Liberty in the harbor. The Statue of Liberty is the Statue of Libertas. The Statue of Libertas is the goddess of liberties, right?
So Egypt, the place Egypt never
No,
existed.
sir. I'm not saying that this place of Steve.
No, that's what I'm saying. Egypt.
I'm not saying that.
South Africa.
No, I'm not saying
Africa
that. I'm
never
not saying that, sir. I'm saying that you're looking at the earth as a geographical landscape. You're not looking at the earth and the world we live in as a map of Freemasonic order. Once you start to understand that the world don't got nothing to what you're thinking about is Freemasonic order, then you start to understand what they do.
So Masons predate the Hebrew Israelites.
I didn't say that, sir. I stated
All right.
that,
So who built the temples over there? Who built the pyramids in Egypt?
The Freemasons, sir.
The Freemasons
Yes,
built
sir. Most of it was built a couple of centuries ago, sir. It's the truth, sir. Most of what Moses was commanded and the children of Israel was to build it with like strict bricks and straw, right? That's male, sir.
Elaborate on something.
That's male.
Brother.
That's Mesoamerica, sir.
All that stuff you're saying, it sounds very
telling you the
very
truth,
intelligent.
I'm not lying.
Hold on, I got you.
Yes,
Very intelligent and everything. And I'll say this, all that knowledge is from those Masons.
No,
that's
sir.
what they
No.
that's what they trying to do with the 911 opening up this
No,
thing.
it's not, sir.
Passing what's the Constitution that you said they passed, or the law they passed?
It's not Freemasons, sir.
Hold on. What's the thing you said they passed?
It was past 11. It was past 9.
What is it called?
It's called the Great American Pyramid, sir.
No. I'm talking about the law X.
HR 1242.
Right. All that. So it's because these guys, they know what's going on. So therefore, they try to play their own thing. So of course, a brother like yourself, who's very intelligent, can single out and see these things out. But nonetheless, their wisdom, the things that they're doing is witchcraft, and their witchcraft is not to be compared to the Bible. I'm bringing this out.
I agree with
1 Corinthians chapter 3.
That's what we had to do.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 19. Well, I thought I was in 1 Corinthians already. Salakia. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 19. And it reads, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. And again, the Most High knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. So, the wisdom, these guys, they think they could do their thing, but they not doing anything. Right? They think they could override the blessing for the Israelites. They think they can do whatever they want. But it's the Most High God playing them and playing their mind and whatnot at the same time, because he's letting them know. But the whole point is that you see what they're doing. That is their works, bunch of witchcraft. But you gotta come to the righteous, to the righteousness, to the real power. It's this book right here.
But I shall make you
Completely.
a mighty threshing instrument. This is the problem, sir, is that you've come to a certain point where this sermon is given to the people of God, right? So if a person of God come around, a person of God could tell if 3 people out of the group is not right. Should I be a mighty threshing instrument? And if I do, would the other people be able to understand that I'm being a mighty threshing instrument and I can see? That's the problem. This is the problem.
It's requirements for you to be a man of God or a mighty threshing instrument. What is the requirements? Give me Psalms 110 and the last verse. It's requirements to have that knowledge of the Most High. You understand? Check this out.
It is what it is.
It's Psalm 110.
Listen.
And verse 7.
11. This is what it is. 111 and verse 10. Listen.
Psalm 111 and verse 10.
Listen.
The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding. A good understanding. A good understanding.
You have a good understanding. Go ahead.
Have all they that do his commandments.
That do what?
That do his commandments.
That do what?
That do his commandments.
So you got to do the commandments to have a good understanding.
Yes, sir.
Your mind has to be open by the Most High to understand the craftiness of these people.
That's what it's all
to
about.
understand the lies and all the hypocrisy and stuff that they put out to have you stumble over the knowledge that they're giving you. You understand? For the Lord himself, listen. For the Lord himself says smoking is wrong, but the society will tell you it's good. It helps you with stress. It keeps you calm. It makes you have compassion on people that you should not have compassion on.
Sir,
the Bible teaches you that. You don't need a plant to do it when the Most High himself said it.
This is the best way I can relate it, sir. Noah was a great prophet. He was a great man of God.
And another thing the Bible teach you, right?
Yes, sir.
Give me that philosophy of vain Babylon real quick. You know what I'm talking about? Just look up vain Babylon.
Sir, I can never dispute against, but this is the only thing I can say, right? And I can't dispute against using Kenna Bahashim and other things, right? But I can say that Moses, right? He was a great, Noah, right? He was a great prophet of God, right? So but during the time period, see me one second, he was during the time period.
This is what the Bible says. Hold on.
He was around some crazy.
It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 16.
This is what the Bible says.
But shun profane and vain babblings.
Do what?
But shun profane and vain babblings.
And vain babbling is what? The pyramids of America, this and that. Hold on. That's vain babbling because the Bible tells you this is a spiritual Egypt. This is a spiritual Sodom. Why? Because over there in the east, right? Over there, hold on. Over there in the east, it was literally a place called Sodom and Gomorrah. That's literally, the ground is still radioactive from when the Lord rained down fire and brimstone over there. It's a literal place over there called Africa, right? That literally still has pyramids there, which the Israelites, not no damn Masons, which the Israelites sat right there, blood, sweat, and tears, day in, day night, all damn time, getting our backs beat in by these damn Egyptians, right? Building them up. We did that. Our ancestors.
That's the thing, sir. I agree with you, but here's the thing. When we want to start talking about geographical,
you know they say every time everybody says something, then they say,
no,
but
sir.
that negates everything they said before that.
About geographical locations, that's something of, contrary popular belief, right? When we speaking about the scriptures, that's a spiritual value. When we speaking about maps, we're gonna need more than the Bible. We're gonna need something more conclusive than the Bible, because the Bible doesn't break down that type of wisdom.
You said,
the Bible isn't breaking about if the Freemasons change the maps and all that. Those are things that we can converse with and break down maps with. But one thing we can.
So I gotta ask you a question. So you believe the wisdom of this world is
no, sir. What I'm stating.
Ain't that what he just said?
No, sir. No. What I'm stating is that America is a real Egypt, and what I'm stating by the real Egypt is that it's slaveocracy, and what I'm stating is that Mesoamerica, what you call Mesoamerica, Cahokia Mounds, Southern Illinois, that's the real Egypt.
What did America get all their philosophy? Hold on. Where did America get all their philosophies and stuff from? Let's see if you know that.
Where do Americans?
They get all their philosophies and everything. How they run their country. Where did they get it from?
No, sir. The United States is a conglomeration.
They got it from off of the walls of Egypt.
It's Egypt. It's Rome. But you got to look at it. Esau is Rome, Romani, Roma, Gypsy, Egyptian, right? So it's kind of intricate.
All the white race is Esau.
Yeah, it's intricate. That's what I mean. I'm agreeing with it.
You don't close God's door from people, bro. You don't close God's door from people, especially not even knowing what they want or the question they have to ask.
So listen what I'm saying. The white man literally got all the things that they do from Egypt. That's why they run this place like Egypt.
That's the thing, sir. That's the great creed. That's the key to the reason that we be hustling on the block, robbing people, busting our ass. We get this money and we look at this money and we don't realize that the back of this money got the highest hurrah. We don't realize that Memphis, Tennessee is south of Cairo, Illinois, and on the banks of Memphis, Tennessee is the Great American Pyramid. We don't realize that prior to the 15th century, this landscape that you call America was actually called Tamari.
No,
so
it
now,
was actually
irrespective if you want to call it whatever you want to call it, brother. It's cool. You want to say it's spiritual.
You keep saying,
right?
First you said
no.
Hold
Here's the thing.
Let me address some questions.
Yes, sir.
First you said Pangea.
Yes,
the world was never together.
Yes,
Pangea, that's debunked by the Bible, bro.
Yes, sir.
If our forefathers, the ones that say are Indians, right? Who the white man himself called Indians, how they got over here is in the Bible.
No, that's not my premise, sir.
No. Listen what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Listen what I'm saying. And Deuteronomy 28:16 is talking about the translated slave trade. We came from the western shores of Africa, all the way over here.
But the
so that's just to put that to rest.
Here's the thing, sir. But here's the key, sir. And again, I shall bring.
Because
just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. And again, just give me one. Just give maybe 2 seconds.
No.
Yes, sir.
When was the book of Deuteronomy wrote?
Deuteronomy 28.
No, I said when was it wrote?
I don't know.
It was wrote right after they got out of Exodus. I mean, when they got out of Egypt from over there.
An exact date I can't stay.
Where's Mount Sinai?
Nobody would know that, sir. Right here in America, sir.
Mount Sinai is literally. Yeah, that's what I said. I heard the argument before. I heard the argument. No, it's not.
It's here, sir.
No, it's not.
It's here, sir.
It's literally over there in the. Bro, listen. So Christ was crucified over here.
Here, sir. It was here, sir.
And there you have it.
Brother,
we know what we're dealing with.
There's one thing I want to ask
you. Understand?
Why is this brother over there, without not knowing me, are telling you and saying to me that no, I can't get help? And I believe there's a reason why I stopped here, because I believe in you, and I believe what you're doing, and I believe, Jesus is on your side, and if I talk to you guys,
hold on. What's your nationality?
West Indian.
West Indian?
I'm human.
Right, bro? Hindu?
Right?
You said what?
I don't have a religion.
You said West Indian?
Yes, I believe in God.
The truth. I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
What country? Guyana?
Accurate, sir.
You're Hindu.
I am Hindu. My name is Vishnu Prasad, but I don't follow religion.
No, I said, all right, so what nation of people you're from?
West Indian. I'm not from India, I'm West Indian.
I'm talking about your people though.
South America.
Your people,
I don't want to get distracted from the point, because those are things that's done by different people to become distracted from the purpose of what we're speaking about. Because I don't think it has relevance to the overall thing we try to do, right?
So look, listen. Like I said, I heard this argument already before. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the Bible debunks all that.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
This is America,
because the point is,
America's Egypt.
No. Because Paul traveled to Sicily. Sicily.
Yes, sir.
Tell how you say it.
You know what I want to talk to him about. You know what I want
to traveled to Galilee. He went
you're preaching
up to
oh my God.
He went through
7 different churches.
How you say that C word?
Sir.
I keep forgetting how to say that C word.
Sir.
Is it? What Paul lied to, sir.
Yo,
history's been lied to, sir. America's Egypt, sir.
But he traveled to Corinth, right? He traveled to Ephesus, right? All these places are over there.
Sir, I'm gonna guarantee, sir, this is the land.
What?
I just can't speak certain things because I can't speak on that, but this is the land, sir.
No.
Guarantee.
You can't find another place.
No guarantee. I just can't speak it to you on camera, but guaranteed. This is real
Straight up. That's false doctrine.
Everything I've given you is enough but the real truth, I can't put on camera, of course, right?
No.
This is the real Egypt.
No. This place was not established. This place was not built up.
Guaranteed, sir.
The reason is pyramids is over here because the Mayans, the so-called Mayans, right? The so-called Incas,
I don't even want to argue.
No.
If you want to say
all of them was our people.
Let's get to this.
And that's
right,
the reason.
sir?
That's the reason is pyramids and stuff is over here.
Yes, sir.
Now what you just said?
Whatever you believe and I believe, we got differences on that. But let's meet on this common accord, right? Irrespective if it's over there, right? Over here, right? The Bible says in the end of days, right? We're gonna have a hard time finding which is the path to Jerusalem. So this is an issue that's prophetical. That's not an issue we need to argue about on camera.
What?
Basically, I'm saying it's not an issue we need to argue about on camera.
No. You said it's gonna be a hard what? A hard.
We will not know which way to get to Jerusalem in the end. It will be speculation on which way is Jerusalem. And that's
we know the way to get to Jerusalem.
But that's cool. I ain't even stressing that. I don't care. It could be over there in Jerusalem. If y'all brothers want me to go there, I go there too. It don't matter. But I know what I know.